Good morning. Hopefully everybody has received their curriculum handbook. Please go ahead and write your name on the front of your book. You're going to use this book as a reference throughout this process and into next school year as well. The first couple pages just give us a profile of the courses that we offer and several offerings both during and outside of school. The handbook itself is going to give you a list of and describe all of our academic offerings. It's also going to help you work through planning for life after high school. We will also note several courses that will offer high school and college credit. Please turn to page 4. On page 4, you're going to find instructions for completing your forecasting forms. You do not have those at this time. You will receive those tomorrow. So please look through those instructions as you receive that information if you need to refer back to it. Again, this book is going to be used for reference for a number of items. Page 5 on the right-hand side. Here are the instructions. You will be online forecasting next week. So just note that the directions are listed in your handbook on page 5. Please flip with me to page 6. On page 6, there's examples of trimester schedules. They're going to go through freshman, sophomore, junior, and senior. You can reference what a schedule could look like. Just an example may show there's a gap between a course each trimester, and that's fine. It lists where your electives may fall in as well. Over to page 7. This is going to give you an example of a lot of our policies around grading. So it's going to tell you how to go through a withdrawal from a class, the timeline for that, schedule changes. If you're a junior or senior, the opportunity to pass or no pass, and then our grading policies. Over to page 8, we're going to talk about our diploma requirements. We did cover this in our video yesterday about transcripts. So everybody hopefully knows you need 26 credits for graduation. It lists out those offerings and which categories you need those credits from. Talks about graduation requirements. Then we're going to flip over to page 9. On page 9, we're going to talk about the Oregon University system requirements. Those are going to be really similar to graduation requirements, but you need to have a C or higher in your core classes. It also has a requirement of 2 years of world language. And below that, you will find NCAA and NAIA college athletic requirements. You will need to reference this. Students will be responsible for the planning that's involved with that. Just want to note, if you do want to participate in athletics in college, those are the requirements found on that page there. Flipping over to page 10. This is your reference for any academic honors and awards. So it's going to list out honor roll, academic letter G, National Honor Society, and valedictorian and salutatorian eligibilities. So please reference those again throughout the year as you're planning. If that's a goal you have, look at the requirements for that and what the qualifications are. All right, next is the honors diploma on the right-hand side on page 11. Those of you that want to earn an honors diploma, briefly, you need a 3.3 GPA and 2 credits in the categories and 5 of the 6 different categories. And those categories are language arts, math, science, social sciences, world language, and electives. So again, 2 credits in 5 out of these 6 categories. We will walk through this with a separate page in your forecasting forms as well.
Now we're going to talk about career pathways. This is the opportunity for you to identify a career path of interest for you and working towards future goals. Some of the career pathways we have are human resources, health occupations, engineering, arts and communication, natural resources, business, and information technology. It's important that you note that you need to take 2 credits in the required category and 4 credits in the elective category of each of the career pathways for a total of 6 full credits in your selected career pathway. If you're thinking that you want to earn college credit here at the high school, then you have a few options, all offered through Clackamas Community College and Oregon Tech. There's the Advanced College Credit Program offered through CCC that you can see listed on the top of page 14. Advanced Credit Program offered through OIT, as well as High School Plus, where classes will be taught here at the high school, but by a college professor. This is also offered through Clackamas Community College. Please be sure to read through this if you want to earn college credit here at GHS.
So from page 15 throughout the rest of the book, you'll find lots of different information about the course offerings at Gladstone High School. So this section of the book is their course descriptions. This section includes a list of every class that we offer at Gladstone High School, both this year and next, a description of that class, and additional information such as any prerequisites that you need to complete in order to forecast for that class, whether those classes count as those college credit classes that Ms. Howell just discussed, and if there's any course fee associated with the class. Take some time to really look through this section. You'll note that classes are sorted alphabetically by department, and at the top of each department, there's a flow chart that shows you a suggestion for how you can progress through the different classes that are offered by that department. That's a really useful tool to reference when you're planning what class you should take next, based on the classes that you've completed or are scheduled to complete this school year. This handbook has so much information for you. Please pay attention. There are new courses offered this year. There's a separate department called Specialty Electives for new classes that kind of are miscellaneous offerings, but there's a lot of new offerings there that we really want you to check out and take a look at. This is jam-packed with information to help you plan and select classes that line up with your future goals and follow the suggested course progression for all of our different subject areas. So that, in a nutshell, is your curriculum handbook. We hope you have happy reading.